Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. My name is Anthony, here from OTB Sports. Let's go ahead and get right into this countdown. We have the top 100 NBA players. These tiers are going to follow as the sub All-Star, then you got the bubble All-Star, then you got just normal All-Star players who are going to be pretty much in that category no matter what. Then you got the superstar tier as well. So that is what we're going to be bringing to you today. Go ahead and get ready to listen in. I want to hear everything you got to say. Just let me know what you guys feel. I'll be happy to hear that feedback. Without further ado, we have the sub All-Star tier. It's going to be players ranked from 100 to 71. Let's go. Coming in at number 100, we have point guard, formerly with Miami Heat, Kendrick Nunn. Then moving along down the list, we have Derek White, Cole Anthony, Kobe White, Keldon Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Cam Reddish, Tyrese Halliburton, Malik Beasley, and PJ Washington. That'll give us 100 through 91. So although these players were very key guys for their teams, the sky is the limit. The only guy who's not really so much on the youthful side is Malik Beasley, coming in at 92. I think Malik Beasley, he's just a bucket getter. It wasn't really for a noteworthy team because the Timberwolves are not a playoff team at all by any stretch of the imagination. Now, number 90, we're going to go with Thomas Bryant, DeAndre Hunter, Rui Hachimura, Richaun Holmes. 86 is going to give us Kevin Porter Jr., Norman Powell. This is up next after that. Darius Garland, Duncan Robinson, Jonathan Isaac, and 81, we're going to give you Tyler Hero. So we start getting players who are hopefully future stars for their teams. I will say Duncan Robinson just got a fat contract, and there's a couple others also that are up in line. Like Tyler Hero, he's probably going to get paid. Richaun Holmes was very key. Let's move on a little bit further to number 80. Number 80, we're going to get Tim Hardaway Jr., Buddy Hield, six-man Jordan Clarkson, Bojan Bogdanovic, his teammate from Utah, Andrew Wiggins, Wendell Carter Jr., Bogdan Bogdanovic from Atlanta. Then 73, we got Devontae Graham. Rounding out the last sub All-Star tier, we're going to have Andre Drummond and 71, DeJounte Murray. With that list at number 80, Tim Hardaway Jr., I thought he was just, the son of a past NBA player who was really good. So I thought Tim Hardaway Jr. was just somebody living off that, but this dude is improved every single year. And I just think he's going to be a huge piece going forward for Jason Kidd down in Dallas, and Luka Doncic has got a good teammate there for the future. Buddy Hield, the rest of his game still needs to improve, but this guy is one of the best shooters in the league, of course. We're going to go ahead and complete the sub All-Star tier. Now, we have the bubble All-Star tier here. So that'll be rankings from 70 down to 44. And we'll start this off with Mike Conley Jr., who actually was an All-Star for the Utah Jazz. Then John Wall, Kemba Walker, Victor Oladipo, OG Anunoby, Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man himself, Jaren Jackson Jr., 63, we have Karis LeVert, and 62 will be Tobias Harris. Now, of course, Mike Conley Jr., John Wall, athletic as can be, but he's also had an injury history. Same with Kemba and Depot. Ant-Man, a bucket getter and athletic, and pretty much the same for the rest of these guys here. They can all score. They just have to be healthy. Then 61, we have Terry Rozier, RJ Barrett, Lonzo Ball, the new addition for the Chicago Bulls. John Collins will be coming in at 58. Porzingis, he's going to be at 57. Jeremy Grant, Gordon Hayward, Ben Simmons, who fell just a little bit. He could easily be in the All-Star tier, being he has been an All-Star. And then Jonas Valanciunas is going to be here at number 53. So I think Scary Terry, he can play the point, he can play the 1 or the 2 for you. I like him a lot, and I think he fits perfectly right next to LaMelo Ball. RJ Barrett, who's also improved, and I think he's going to take another leap. Lonzo Ball, I love his game. He's somebody who's going to fit perfectly in Chicago. They just gave him a contract, so they're dedicated to seeing him actually improve. Porzingis, I think he's going to rebound, have a really good year. He just has to stay healthy again. Another one of those players. And Ben Simmons, great defender, great distributor of the ball. I just think he needs to get out of his own head. We see every single offseason, his three-point shot looks good. Let's go ahead and move this along to round out the bubble All-Star tier. 52, we have CJ McCollum, D'Angelo Russell, LaMelo Ball. He's going to be our top-rated rookie. Well, he'll be going into his sophomore season, but he's going to be the top-rated rookie from this past season. Malcolm Brogdon's going to be at 49. Michael Porter Jr., 48. DeAndre Ayton, Fred VanVleet, Drew Holiday, and then Kyle Lowry, the new Miami Heat point guard, is going to be rounding out this list at number 44. Now, CJ, I love his game. He's an offensive maestro. He just has limitations when it comes to his size and defense, which kind of hurts the Trailblazers when it comes down to the postseason. But we'll see how it goes with the new coach. D'Angelo Russell's another guy who got hurt, and he always seems to get plagued by these injuries. LaMelo Ball, the sky's the limit. He could probably skip the All-Star tier, moving to superstar next season. I can see that very well happening. Same with Michael Porter Jr. He excelled whenever his number was called to reproduce and fill in for Jamal Murray. Then we have DeAndre Ayton, who had a great postseason. Fred VanVleet and Drew Holiday are going to be great point guards who can play offense and defense. Kyle Lowry, another guy who's going to be counted on, and we'll see exactly just how he fits in with Miami whenever the season tips off. Now, let's move this on to the All-Star tier. That will give us rankings number 43 down to 19 in our top 100 NBA basketball players list. Now, number 43, we got Draymond Green, and DeMar DeRozan will be following him at 42. Moving along, we got Klay Thompson, Chris Middleton, Clint Capella. Jamal Murray is going to be at number 38. Brandon Ingram will fall at number 37. And Christian Wood will be number 36 in this list. Now, a little bit to go off of with this. First section, you'll have Draymond Green, who's a perennial all-star. His game is not measured in stats, but he can also give you a triple-double any night. DeRozan, can't wait to see him in Chicago. Klay Thompson, I'm excited to see him back on the floor. The Splash Bros will be back in full effect after a good couple of seasons of missing it. Now, Chris Middleton is the NBA champion. He had a lot to do with him getting that ring. So he, of course, is going to fall at number 40, which is right about right. I feel like he's a little better some nights, and a little other nights he's not quite there. Clint Capella and Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, this guy just got to stay healthy. He's got all the talent that you'll need from a guard. He can shoot. He's clutch. He raises his game in big-time moments. Denver will be excited, I'm sure, to have him back next season. B.I., I'm excited to see his growth. And Christian Wood, hopefully the Rockets need to get a little bit better, but hopefully Christian Wood is still going to shine no matter what happens next season. Now, number 35, we're going to get to Rudy Gobert, the defensive stalwart. And Bam Adebayo, Jaylen Brown will be following him at number 33. Colin Sexton, who's made some leaps and bounds, and he's stuck in an unfortunate situation, but I'm excited for his game. 31, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Number 30 will be Ja Morant. We got Pascal Siakam following him with Paul George, and Jason Tatum coming in at number 27. We already talked about Gobert. His defense is a huge reason why Utah is always going to be in the top of the West. Bam Adebayo, he's a little bit younger, and I think he kind of took a step back a little bit this year, but he's got all the skills. Jaylen Brown, who is improving every single year. Colin Sexton, he's going to be a little bit better of a distributor, but he can score. He's going to give you that fight and effort no matter who is on the other side of the court. Ja Morant, Pascal Siakam, young guys, SGA as well. I think those guys right there have a huge chance to be superstars, like real superstars. Paul George, he showed a lot whenever Kawhi went down in the playoffs. Jason Tatum, He can shoot. He can play. He has the prototypical size that you'll need in a wing for today's NBA. Number 26, athleticism phenom, Zach LaVine, and then De'Aaron Fox, Nikola Vucevic. Number 23 is going to be Bradley Beal. 22, we got Julius Randle, who's the most improved player this past season. Jimmy Butler, and we got Karl Anthony Towns, and 19 will be Donovan Mitchell. Now, of course, we'll see what Zach can do in Chicago this year. I got a lot of hopes for them out of the East. I think that's a team that's made some moves. I'm excited to see what that looks like. Bradley Beal fell just short of being the NBA scoring champion. He needs to improve in other ways, but you cannot deny his game. Julius Randle, New York Knicks are back, and largely because of that guy right there. He's just a dog, and that's going to continue. Jimmy Butler, the same exact mentality. Cat has all the skills. I want him to be better. He has the ability to be a superstar, but he just hasn't quite tapped into that quite yet. Donovan Mitchell at 19, he doesn't have the prototypical size that you look in a shooting guard, but he is a big-time player in big-time moments. Donovan Mitchell's got all the love and respect. Shaq called him out, and he responded. Now, the superstar tier.